Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app, and for regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. This is the name of Telegram channel GKToday YouTube, and this is the link. The link is given in description box as well as in the pinned comment. So now let's start. What is the name of design software system jointly launched by Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog and the National Informatics Center? So the name of this initiative is Collab CAD. Atal Innovation Mission and NIC have jointly launched this software called Collab CAD, and the software is aimed at enabling the students of Atal Tinkering Lab to create 3D designs and models. Now, if we talk about Niti Aayog, recently Niti Aayog released SDG India Index. Niti Aayog was also in news as recently it launched first edition of India Innovation Index. Apart from that, it also released School Education Quality Index. Niti Aayog was also in news as recently as it selected McKinsey and Company to set up India's first DCC. DCC stands for Digital Capability Center. Apart from that, recently Atal Innovation Mission and UNDP, that is United Nations Development Programme, jointly launched Youth Collab to promote the innovation in our country. Which Union Ministry has launched a nationwide call center to ensure free movement of agricultural commodities in this lockdown period? So this is an initiative of Ministry of Agriculture to ensure the free interstate movement of agricultural commodities. Present Agriculture Minister is Mr. Narendra Singh Tomar. His constituency is Morena. Morena is in Madhya Pradesh. Recently, Shivraj Singh Chauhan became the new Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. Apart from that, Agriculture Minister was also in news as recently he launched mobile app of PM Kisan so that more and more farmers can take the benefit of this initiative. Now, what is PM Kisan? It is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, and it is a central government funded scheme, that means central sector scheme, and central government is going to provide 100% funding for this scheme. And under this scheme, central government provides income support of 6,000 rupee per year to farmers, and the 6,000 will be paid in the 3 installments of 2,000 each. Nearby Sport is an initiative of which technological firm to provide information on locating local stores that sells essential things. So this is an initiative of Google, and to be specific, this is an initiative of Google Pay, and this feature enables the user to locate the local stores that sells essential things, and this will help in finding out whether these stores are open or not during this lockdown period. And this feature has been launched on pilot basis in Bengaluru. Now, Google was also in news as recently it launched new virtual braille keyboard. Answer in comment box what is the name of this virtual braille keyboard. Google was also in news as recently it launched Tangi app, and it is similar to TikTok. It is a video making application. Google was also in news as recently it announced $1 million funding to improve the news literacy in our country. Apart from that, Google and Apple have decided to collaborate to fight against COVID-19 through contact tracing technology. Google was also in news because of Pehle Safety Campaign. It is a internet safety campaign from Google. Exit from the lockdown is a report released by which industry body of India? So it is a report by CII, that is Confederation of Indian Industry, and it has released a report, and as per this report, this Confederation of Indian Industry expect the announcement of economic package before the lifting of restrictions, and the report also suggested that government should give adequate notice before announcing the end of these restrictions. Now, if we talk about CII, it is non-governmental, non-for-profit organization The headquarters is in New Delhi and it was founded in 1895. Presently, Mr. Vikram Kirloskar is the president of CII and TV Narendran is the vice president of CII. CII was also in news as recently it set up CII COVID Rehabilitation and Relief Fund. Now answer in comment box. Recently, PMO constituted a high-level committee to restore normalcy after this lockdown period. Who is the head of this committee? GMR Airports Limited received approval to build a greenfield international airport at Bhogapuram. In which state this place is situated? So it is situated in Andhra Pradesh and it is going to be a greenfield project. What is the meaning of greenfield and how it is different from brownfield? See, greenfield is a completely new project. That means it is a new infrastructure project on unused land. On the other hand, brownfield project is upgradation of existing project. So in simplest term, this was the difference. Now coming back to original question. So the subsidiary of GMR Infrastructure has received the letter of award for the development of this project in Andhra Pradesh. Now the state was also in news because of Disha Act. It is a legislation to provide stringent punishment for crimes against women. Apart from that, Andhra Pradesh was also in news because of its decision to deliver sand at doorsteps. Andhra Pradesh was also in news as it is the top performing state in overall implementation of Poshan Abhiyan. Poshan stands for Prime Minister's overreaching scheme for holistic nourishment. So it is a nutrition related initiative. Ashok Desai, who passed away recently, was the famous personality associated with which field? So he was advocate and he was the former Attorney General of India and he passed away recently. Now your homework is to find out the difference between Attorney General and Advocate General. The veteran army officer and former DG of Rashtriya Rifles passed away recently. Now the question is, what was his name? So his name was Mr. KPD Samant and he was the former DG of Rashtriya Rifles and he played a crucial role in 1971 Indo-Pakistan War, in 1984 Operation Blue Star and in 1999 in Kargil War. He passed away recently, that's why he was in news. CIC, that is Chief Information Commissioner, and all information commissioners have decided to take a 30% voluntary cut in their basic salaries. Now, who is the Chief Information Commissioner of India? So, to contribute to the government's fight against COVID-19, the CIC and all information commissioners have decided to take 30% cut in their basic salaries. That means they are going to take 30% less amount. Now coming back to original question. So CIC is Mr. Bimal Julka. Now CIC and information commissioners function as per the provisions of RTI Act. RTI stands for Right to Information. Answer in comment box in which year this act was enacted. So the CIC and information commissioners shall be appointed by the president on the recommendations of a committee, and this committee consists of Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition in Lok Sabha and Union Cabinet Minister nominated by the Prime Minister. So this is the committee in case of Central Information Commission. On the other hand, in case of CVC, that is Central Vigilance Commission, the selection committee consists of Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition and Home Minister. Who was the first Law and Justice Minister of Independent India who was conferred Bharat Ratna in 1990 posthumously? Right answer is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the first Law and Justice Minister of Independent India, and recently he was in news because of his 129th birth anniversary on 14th of April this year. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairperson of Drafting Committee of Constitution, and this drafting committee presented the final draft of Indian Constitution, and in 1990 posthumously he was conferred Bharat Ratna. Operation Meghdoot is commemorated as which day on 13th of April every year by Indian Army? Right answer is Siachen Day. So Indian Army launched Operation Meghdoot in 1984 on 13th of April to secure the passes on salt roads from Pakistan. So 13th of April is commemorated as the Siachen Day by Indian Army across our country. Now, if we talk about few other operations which were in news recently, Operation Shield is associated to Delhi government, and this is related to fight against coronavirus. On the other hand, Operation Sanjeevani is related to Maldives, and as per this operation, Indian Air Force provided essential medical supplies to Maldives. Apart from that, Operation Namaste is related to Indian Army, and it is operation related to fight against COVID-19. Present Army Chief is General Manoj Mukund Narwane. Previous Army Chief was General Bipin Rawat. He is now first CDS. CDS stands for Chief of Defence Staff, and CDS is the head of DMA. DMA is new department in Defence Ministry. DMA stands for Department of Military Affairs. Now coming back to operations. So recently Operation Vanilla was in news. It is related to Indian Navy, and as per this operation, Indian Navy provided humanitarian assistance to Madagascar. Apart from that, Operation Twist was in news. It is related to RBI. Answer in comment box what was the objective of this Operation Twist. Which country has recently approved a sale of anti-ship missiles and torpedoes to India? Right answer is USA. So, recently USA notified about its approval to sell Harpoon air-launched anti-ship missiles and lightweight torpedoes to India. It is important to note that since 2016, India is recognized as a major defense partner of USA, and therefore India can buy advanced defense equipments from USA. Now USA was also in news as recently it launched US Space Force. Apart from that, USA was also in news as recently US President Donald Trump announced withdrawal of funding to WHO. WHO stands for World Health Organization. The headquarters is in Geneva in Switzerland. WHO was founded in 1948. Present head of WHO is Tedros Adhanom. He is from Ethiopia. Recently Ethiopia was in news as Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed was awarded Nobel Peace Prize of 2019. Ethiopia was also in news as the recent summit of African Union held in Ethiopia in its capital Addis Ababa. Now answer in comment box. Recently, the president of which country took over the chair of African Union? The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has announced a challenge to develop video conferencing solution under which scheme? So, this was announced under Digital India scheme, and this is an initiative of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So, this innovation challenge for the development of video conferencing solution was announced under Digital India program. Any Indian IT startup and software product company can participate in this challenge, and the winning team, which is going to present the world-class solution, will receive assistance of rupee 1 crore with additional support of rupee 10 lakh for 3 years. Which country recently announced that it would host the Asian Boxing Championship for men and women in November-December 2020? So this was announced by India, and the last edition of this Asian Boxing Championship held in Thailand in Bangkok. Now Thailand was in news as recently it became the first country in Asia to roll out plain packing of cigarettes to discourage smoking. Apart from that, recently Thailand and Malaysia have been banned from sending weightlifters to the Tokyo Olympics on doping charges. Now recently Tokyo Olympics were postponed to 2021. Tokyo is in Japan, and Japan was the host of 2020 Summer Olympic Games, and now these Olympic Games have been postponed to 2021. Apart from that, recently World Games were postponed to 2022. World Games are organized every 4 years, and these includes 32 sports which are not part of Olympic Games. For the first time in year 2020, 14th of April has been observed as the which year by WHO? Right answer is World Sargas Day. So to create awareness about the Sargas disease, 14th of April will be observed as World Sargas Day, and it is a disease caused by parasites. So these were the important questions of today's quiz. Thank you, and that's all for the day.